Testing. Hello, is this on? Okay, sounds like it's on. What's up, Mikey? What's up, LRD Sangha? Alright, yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick stream because Whiskas is gonna start his Wolfgang boss rush in like 50 minutes. But yeah, it's more like an educational stream, it's not really a run. But if anybody ever wanted to play Wendy and you wanted to fight Fueweaver, hopefully you can just refer to this right here. This is basically how I fight it. LRD Sangha, hey Mikey, say there was a question I thought about last night, which was designed worse, Crab King or Walter? I'd say Crab King. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so since Whiskas is starting a stream, I'm gonna just go and start the explanation of this. So yeah, if you want to play Wendy and you don't want to wait until you get weather pains to fight Fueweaver, hopefully the stream will let you know how I fight it with just Abigail. This fight used to be a lot easier before the Wanda, um, like before Wanda came out, because Abigail could just stun lock Fueweaver. Like as long as Abigail was hitting him, he would just perpetually get stunned. He couldn't really attack or do anything. You guys can watch, I think Don Gianni's videos. He does like a Wendy boss playthrough, and you can see it in that video that all he does is just leave Abigail on aggressive, and she just keeps Fueweaver in place the whole fight. You don't have to worry really about Fueweaver killing Abigail. But ever since the Wanda character came out, like they patched that because Wanda was kind of like stun locking Fueweaver with her whip, so it was making that fight really cheesy. Yeah, ever since then you can't really do that with Abigail, so it's this fight is way harder than before. Um, as always, actually this fight is the probably the most the fight in which you need to keep Abigail alive in the most. Maybe even more so than B Queen. Because yeah, if Abigail dies in this fight or she gets reset to 150 HP, then she can't tank a single hit from Fueweaver, and yeah, you're just dead. You need her DPS, you need her alive to destroy the Woven Shadows. Bro, 2 streams in 1 day. It's 2 days for me, Pooley. We ended the stream at 1 o'clock a.m. and then now it's like 9 for me. So it's a new day. Had a full night of sleep. But yeah, this is not like a run through or anything. This is just gonna be like hopefully 40 minutes, maybe even less. So yeah, if you guys can look at my inventory, I have 8 Pierogi. I have my Nightmare Amulet in my second slot. I have the Pierogi in my first slot, and then I have the Lazy Explorer in my third slot. And what I want to do is I want to put my Magiluminescence in my body slot, and then the rest I got 7 Thulosite Crowns. I got a little bit Nightmare Fuel, but that's not really required because this fight should be over before your Magiluminescence goes out. And then I have my Cooked Cactus Flesh over here, Jelly Beans here, Spectre Cure All, I have it right next to Abigail's Flower. And there's a reason for that, because you don't want to have this potion away from the flower, simply because when you're in the middle of the battle, you want to be able to right click this right onto Abigail's Flower so that you can apply the potion to her, regardless of where she is. If your Spectre Cure All is like here, then you got to click here, go all the way over here, and then right click. It's much easier if you have the potion right next to the flower. Yeah, and I have Pierogi here, Nightmare Amulet here, and Lazy Explorer here because I have hotkeys to use all three of these items. So yeah, that's what you need. You need to swap really quickly between Nightmare Amulet and the Magiluminescence. Um, right clicking on them like how you usually do, that's just way too much effort, concentration. It takes your focus away from the fight. So I would highly recommend hotkeys for that. The same thing is true for the Lazy Explorer. I have a hotkey for that. You don't want to be right clicking on that, searching through your inventory. Yeah, it just takes your mind way out of the fight. And then the same thing is true for Pierogi. For resources, I've used 8 Spectre Cure All. I have 8 Pierogi, 7 Thulecite Crowns. All of these are more than I will need in a typical fight, especially if I have jelly beans. So if you have jelly beans with you, you probably only need really like 2 or 3 pierogies, because you're gonna get 240 HP of healing over the course of the fight with 2 jelly beans, and then yeah, you don't need a lot of pierogies. They're good for burst healing in case something crazy happens. But yeah, if you don't have jelly beans though, I'd recommend 8 to 10 pierogies. You can probably get away with 8, but I'd go with 10. And yeah, that's just because you're gonna when you fight with Abigail, you're going to be doing a lot of tanking and spanking, simply because if you try to dodge or if you try to kite Fuel Weaver, he's going to target Abigail, and if he targets Abigail, she's going to die really quickly. And like I said, if Abigail dies, then the whole fight is screwed. Like, you just got to go back and get all the resources. Dogs are barking. Yeah, so you really don't want Abigail to die, which means you have to tank and spank as Wendy. You cannot dodge this dude unless you put Abigail away, but that's an extremely inefficient use of your time. And for the most part, you want to have Abigail set on a passive, not aggressive. The only time I think I always set her on aggressive is right after he enters his first invincibility phrase, or phase, not phrase. And that's just because I gotta run around the entire arena, destroying the woven hands or the hidden hands. And in the meantime, Abigail can just be destroying all the minions. And if you guys notice, when I'm doing that, instead of flashing the Nightmare Amulet on and off, a lot of times I'm going to have the Nightmare Amulet completely on the entire time until I get surrounded by nightmares or something. That's intentional, and that's to bait Fuel Weaver into trying to mind control me. Because while he's trying to mind control me, he can't kill Abigail, and he also can't eat any woven shadows. So he can't heal himself, and he can't hurt her. So that's intentional. You got to try and bait him with the Nightmare Amulet. In addition to that, you also have to try and maneuver Abigail when she's aggressive. So there is a set distance that Abigail can wander from you when she's in her aggressive state. And a lot of times what happens in this fight is Abigail gets stuck on Fuel Weaver. She won't be centered on him, but she'll be kind of like, maybe if he's here, she'll be like here, which kind of sucks because she'll be destroying a bunch of woven shadows that come near her, but all the other ones that are outside of her area of effect, they can get around her and they'll heal him up a bunch. So what you need to do is, if you see that happen, you got to run far away in the opposite direction, or whatever direction you want her to move in. You got to run kind of far away in that direction to get her unstuck. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about in this fight. Like always, I mean, regardless of what character you play, unless you're playing Winona, I think it's a lot easier because you can just let the cats do everything and just dodge it. Maybe Winona and I don't know. But as far as Wendy goes, really fun because there's a lot of things to juggle. You're on a time limit. You can't just dilly-dally and dodge forever. Every second is draining your resources. So yeah, hopefully in this stream I can kind of demonstrate that, and if anybody who wants to put the time and effort into learning this fight as Wendy can refer to this. So yeah, I have a Hambat. You can also, ideally it would be Morningstar when the caves are wet. Hambat is good too. And it's also like, your standard weapon. It's not, you don't have to go out crazy outside your way to get it. Glass Cutter is probably better, but, if you're rushing Fuel Weaver, there's a chance that you haven't gone to Lunar. So yeah, just Hambat is the standard thing that I go with. Deals decent damage. But yeah, so watch. I'm gonna try and do the entire fight in one round, and then I'll do a second one. And in the second one, I'll like pause it and provide commentary in between. And also, like, I'm not perfect, so there is gonna be times I mess up. I might even lose. But when I lose, like, I'll go and analyze what I did wrong. And I think that's probably gonna be really valuable for whoever's watching this. Okay. So start the fight. I instantly eat 3 cactus. I hit once, or I hit a bunch of times. I get hit once, I eat jelly beans. Then I let him do the ground pound. I don't even use Spectre Cure-All yet. I let myself get hit once, and then a second time, and then I use Spectre Cure-All. Also, you gotta watch your positioning, because if you're close to him, then your sanity will decrease really quickly. So right now I'm pretty close. I want to back up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Now I'm further. My sanity is not decreasing as quickly. I'm getting healed by jelly beans. Abigail's health is, not that great. She got hit twice, and I think she got hit by the falling bones, which is why her health is not super high. Okay, he's on his second phase. I'm going to attack the hands. I'm going to set her to aggressive. He's going to try and mind control me. I'm going to let it... Okay, I'm going to switch out at the very last second. He's going to be eating some stuff. Right before I hit the last hand, I'm going to set her to passive. I'm going to also use a Spectre Cure-All. Destroy the last hand. Or actually, this is the last hand right here. Then, go on the offensive. So, after I do that, hold F. He's going to be like in this state for 20 seconds. I got to keep an eye on my health, my sanity. It's all pretty good at this point. After this, after he becomes invincible, I'll probably eat another jelly bean. Should be any second now. And I'll probably have to restore my sanity too a bit. Restore sanity, eat another jelly bean. Okay, and I gotta kill these things real quickly because what I want to do is apply, the Spectre Cure-All right before I destroy the last unseen hand. I don't want him to heal a bunch. There it is. Okay. So, it's going pretty well so far. I've used 3 Spectre Cure-Alls. She's has a potion applied to her right before I destroy the last hand. I think she should kill most of these before he goes invincible. Yeah, we killed all of them. Ideally, you'd probably not want to kill all of them before he goes invincible again. Okay. So I got... Abigail's a little bit damaged, so I can apply this to her right before. He's going to summon right now. Kill the last hand. Run over to him. Okay, another thing too that I haven't even mentioned. You do not want to stand right near Abigail because his head, whatever, that bone attack that he does right here, Skull Bash, I'll call it. It's an actual area of effect attack. So if you're standing too close to Abigail, she's going to get hit too. And that will kill her. Anyway, there's the fight. This one was actually a really ideal fight because look at how little resources I used. I had started with 7 Flucite Crowns. I ended up with like 3.5, or a little bit less than 3.5. Really good. I started with 8 Spectre Cure-Alls and with 4. I only used 10 Cactus. I didn't use any Pierogi. So what you guys just saw was probably the ideal fight. That's ideally how you want to fight Fuel Weaver with Abigail. So yeah, I'm gonna try another fight, and maybe I'll do like a step-by-step. I'll pause it in between. I'll tell you like what I'm thinking about at a certain point, go over all the specifics, because it's kind of hard to talk and explain the situation while it's happening. There's a lot going on. I've not been paying attention to comments. I'm not that good. I wish I could fight Fueweaver, give a commentary, and pay attention to comments at the same time. Man, if I could do that, then I will feel really good about myself. That is a skill to have. Okay, unless you are Mikey and Tank Fueweaver. It's 2 a.m. here. I will go to bed in a few minutes. LOL. Puli. Yep. Halfway around the world. Actually, more than halfway. Whiska's got those here. Mikey, probably Crab King, Sangha. Walter may be bad, but arguably Crab King is just not fun at all. Yeah, Walter can be fun. Hey Whiskas, can't wait to watch after this. And there we have it. The Walter main himself confirms Crab King is the worst. Don't expect too much. Unless you are Mikey and Tank Fueweaver as Walter. That's what I love about Wendy. It's like playing two characters. Okay, I think all those comments were before I started the fight. Hi Lardy. Woo. Hello, Guile. Missed you last stream. Maybe one day Lardy will be good enough at the game to survive 10 days as Wanda. Whoa, 12-minute speed run. That's as fast as Warthogs. Okay. Not nearly as fast as Wormoose. Almost done. So true, so smooth, awesome. When forage. Okay, now spawn this little boss fight. Seriously, that'd be cool if they made a boss fight with this turtle after it consumes an iridescent gem. TTS must become real. Add it again. How come you don't upload these types of content as videos? So Benji, I actually do have a video. I already made it, and it's basically how to, like what I did with my Wendy run, which is like a 35, like beat all the bosses by end of winter or early spring, except for CC and Celestial Champion and Crab King. I do have a video like that coming out, but it's not as in-depth as this, and I can't really answer questions. Like, if you guys have any questions or have any comments, can't answer them in real time. So I do have one like that. It's not as in-depth. This Fueweaver fight, I think it requires like a lot more tender love and care. So yeah, that's why I wanted to make a specific stream for this. Anyway, so yeah, 7. This time I'm going to try the fight without using any jelly beans because, if you're rushing just Fueweaver, there's a good chance you're not going to fight B Queen. But yeah. Another thing too, before you start this fight, you want to do a quick check to make sure that all your hotkey items are going to swap to the right spot. So I do that, make sure the Nightmare Amulet swaps with the Magiluminescence correctly. I do that to make sure that the Laser Explorer swaps to the Hambat. Okay, it's all good. When you put the Atrium into okay, I'm going to do the step-by-step one this time. So, okay, if you notice right there, I put the Atrium in, right? My sanity immediately dropped by, I think, 40. Because of that, I'm going to eat 3 cooked cactus flesh right off the bat. And then I'm also going to eat a jelly bean. So 3 cooked cactus, that's 45. Jelly bean, that means it's 50. So that should top out my sanity. Whoop. Okay, and notice my positioning. Let's see, my sanity is going down quite a bit. Okay, notice that I just applied another Spectre, the first Spectre Cure-All. I didn't apply it before the fight. I applied it after he does his bone attack, and then he hits me twice. That's what I always do, and that's just because if you apply it before the fight, then a lot of it is wasted. Like, he doesn't actually hit Abigail until a little bit after the fight starts, so you're wasting healing. Yeah, and that's just really to to not waste your Spectre Cure-Alls. I mean, ideally, if you're kind of new to this fight, I would bring 10 Spectre Cure-Alls and just keep Abigail always healed the entire time. But if you're kind of trying to rush things, you don't want to spend all your time getting Morning Glories, and you want to be a little bit efficient on your Spectre Cure-Alls. So yeah, that's what I'll do. After he does his bone attack, 2 hits on you, and then apply it. Actually, I did use jelly beans, so I lied when I said I'm not going to use jelly beans. I guess this is a jelly bean one. So yeah, after you do that, I think it's just, yeah, you just hold F until he enters his second phase. Should be any second now. There it is. Luckily, I wasn't trapped by bone. So immediately... so yeah, when he enters the second phase, he immediately starts summoning. I would wear this Nightmare Amulet and just keep it on. And then I would hit one hand, ideally. But sometimes they, depending on what order they spawn, you might not be able to hit like one. Like it might be still spawning around you. Anyway, you get over here about like around this area. Then you set Abigail to aggressive. And then you kind of hold, like you keep the Nightmare Amulet on just to bait him so that he doesn't kill Abigail. Let's see how that plays out. So set Abigail to aggressive. You don't want him to heal. He's baited. So swap it off. Abigail's HP is at 400. Man, he healed a lot. Oh, damn. It's so hard to do this play-by-play commentary. Okay, Abigail might die. Look how low her HP is. I was really close to losing this fight, really. So yeah, you do not want her HP to be that low. Looks like it's kind of bad right now. Yeah. Fight is not going the best. I think I just gotta stop doing these commentaries like this midway. So look, okay. You see how she's stuck? She was stuck on him. I'm not sure if you guys saw. She was stuck on his shield. So she couldn't move around. And because of that, some of these guys got around her and he was able to heal. If that happens, you kind of gotta like run in the opposite direction. So you gotta like run here so that she gets unstuck, or run far away so that she unstucks herself. But yeah, that's just something that's gonna happen. It looks like she got unstuck. So right now it's kind of weird. This is what I don't usually do, but she's still aggressive. And I kept her aggressive even after I hit the last unseen hand. Kind of not what I usually do. Not ideal. Because after this, you want to run away. You want to unset her to aggressive. Look, she's not doing well on HP. Yeah. So she's only at 300. He's probably going to eat now. Honestly, it's okay if he eats, because like if Abigail goes down, the entire fight is over. Right there, she's stuck. Want to move over here. She kind of unstucks. Set her to passive. Apply another Spectre Cure All. And there we go. Yeah. Maybe this whole thing about pausing the game and stuff, not the best. I think it kind of like it messes with my flow, but I think I should still be able to beat this guy. It's just it's not as smooth. Look, she's stuck on his shield, so you gotta run all the way over here to make her unstuck. Run over here, Abigail, come on. I want to set her to Soothe because I don't want her to die and get her butt kicked. There's one more unseen hand. Yeah, you basically have to kite with her. She's at 428. I'm going to wait until this guy tries to summon again. There we go. Alright, this might be the last phase. I'm not sure. I'd imagine he's really low on HP right now. Probably under 1,000. This is probably another one of those situations where he has like 89 HP at the end. Yeah. So yeah, you want to keep her soothed, and if there's any stragglers like that... Oh, damn. Her HP is really low. Gotta use that right now. Don't want her to die. If I hadn't used that Spectre Cure-All, she would be dead. So give her a little bit time to recover. He's going to summon again. I'll use that because I know this is the last phase. Yeah, just a couple more hits and he should be dead. Or not. Oh, maybe I just calculated wrong. Wow, I was way off. But, still beat it. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's hard for me to, like, pause and then kind of get back into the groove. So maybe I won't do that. I'll just, like, comment. I just go straight commentary again instead of pausing the game. But yeah, I guess you guys can use that one as a reference. Like, that's not ideal. I used 7 Spectre Cure-Alls. I used almost all my cactus, and I was still almost insane. Abigail was almost dead like a couple times in that fight. Blue Side Crowns, not too bad, you know. I used like maybe 4 3/4. Yeah, so that second fight, you guys can take that as like kind of what not to do, but in those situations, that's kind of what you want to do. So I don't know if you guys saw, but like I kept her aggressive a lot in that fight, and that's just because like the timing was kind of off. He had a bunch of Woven Shadows trying to get to him while I was killing like a bunch of Unseen Hands. Ideally, you want to have it so that the Woven Shadows start spawning right before you kill the last Unseen Hand. That way, you can heal Abigail. You can apply the potion right before you swat the last hand. She can kill all the Woven Shadows while you're attacking him. And then once he goes invincible again, you just rinse and repeat. That's kind of like the, I don't know, what you call that. That's kind of how you want the fight to go. But you got to be ready for the fight not to go like that. You got to be ready to improvise. So this time I will not use Jelly Beans, just to show you how it... I mean, there's not really a big difference. If anything, it might be even easier without Jelly Beans because, like, you're not... Whenever you see your health get low, you just press a button to chug a pierogi. It's a little... In my opinion, it might be a little bit more brain dead. It does take a little while out of your precious time when, you know, you're trying to... When he's invincible. Because when he's invincible is the time when you want to eat, like, pierogi and cook cactus. When he's not invincible, you just want to be attacking him because every second counts. But yeah, let's try this one without any jelly beans. Like usual, we want to swap to make sure everything is good. And I'll start the fight. 1, 2, and 3. I took a step away, if you guys saw, because that's just to make sure I'm at my maximum distance away from Fuel Weaver. And he hit me twice after the bone attack. So now I will apply the potion to Abigail. So yeah, if you look at my sanity, it's going down at like 1 every second and a half. Which, yeah, I guess that's the ideal sanity drain for Wendy. So imagine if you're fighting him with a regular character or anybody else who is subject to like the full sanity drain. But yeah, I don't have any jelly beans, so my health is going to be really low after this first phase. Should be it right here. Yeah, there we go. So, E2. Set your 2 aggressive. Put on Nightmare Amulet just to kind of bait out this stuff. I got one more. Got really unlucky with that Terror Beak, but oh well. At least he despawned really quickly. Anyway, health is at 90. Sanity is at 113. Abigail has the potion applied, so I really don't have to worry about anything right now. Just got a tank and spank. And Abigail did a really good job killing the minions. Now I'll eat a bunch of these. He doesn't instantly spawn the minions. I'll try and... yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. There you go. He's going to spawn him. I got 2 hands left. Apply the potion to Abigail. Let him heal up a little bit. Doesn't matter. Alright, here we go again. Sanity is good, health is good, and Abigail's health is good. She's getting the potion applied to her. Oh, damn. So she is a little bit off-center, which is why he was able to heal. You don't want that. I should have centered her onto him so he can't heal. I did that after I got released from the bone cage, but yeah, he did heal up. And if you saw right there, I was standing right next to him for a bit, and that's just because Abigail in her passive state will only attack things if you are really near her. Okay. Wait, there's one more. Since there's one more, it might take him a while to summon them again. So, well, I guess not. Okay, so he's summoning them. I kill the last unseen hand. I run to him. Center her. She's centered on him. I have good sanity. I have good health. Alright, all good. This is probably not the last phase or the last cycle. I think he has one more cycle after this. As long as I'm doing as well as this, which is, you know, she's pretty much killing everything. He's not healing too much. Yeah. So I'd imagine this next cycle would be the last. Okay, try and bait him. Try and bait a... Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Take it off. My health is... I could use one more pierogi. Wait for him to summon again. He's probably going to summon right now. So I'll apply that. Yep, he summons. Kill the last hand. Switch to Hambrat. Alright, this should be it, guys. Just hold F and I'll win. And I guess... Well, that one was unavoidable. Right? Like, there's nothing I could have done to stop him from eating that. Because it like, popped out right underneath him. So it might... Okay, he's probably at, like, 100 HP right now. Something really crazy low. So let me try and... get him to mind control me again. Come on, mind control me. There it is. Alright. Eat some more pierogi. I got one more of these left. He's probably going to summon right now. Yep. There it is. Alright. I think like 5 hits and you're dead. 1 hit. I knew it. 1 hit. Literally 1 hit. Great. But yeah. So without any jelly beans, that's Fuel Weaver. That was not perfectly ideal, obviously, because I had to do one entire extra cycle just to get one more hit on him. But yeah, that was not that bad. The first fight was definitely the best. The second fight was not. It was like the worst. And then this third one is, yeah, second best. This third one is pretty average, I'd say. A little bit unlucky with that last hit. Yeah, what are my resources? My final resources are 2 Thulecite crowns, or 2.5, which means if I started at 7, I use 4.5 Thulecite crowns. I have 2 more Spectre Curals, but really I didn't even need to use an extra one because it's so dumb. Needed one more hit on him and he would have been dead. So ended up using like 5. Yeah. But yeah, so as you can see, you don't need jelly beans for this dude. 8 pierogies should be more than enough. Lordy, what if Snurtle Shell became meta? If there was a meta way to get Snurtle Shells, then maybe. Makes sense. Do you think Fuel Weaver is harder than Celestial Champion? Yes, I do. I definitely do think Fuel Weaver is harder. You gotta manage a lot more. Celestial Champion, you can beat him with like a Hambat and a Log Suit. The CC fight isn't as bad as Fuel Weaver, but the steps to fight CC are terrible. Yep, agree. Madison Mats, Keck, your inner thoughts took control while you were talking. Just knowing it's the last phase, that's impressive. How hard is it when you tries to kill Fuel Weaver on Beefalo? Yeah, you can't do that with Wendy because Beefalo cannot tank Fuel Weaver. Beefalo only have 1,000 HP. Yeah, they only have 1,000 HP. With Watering Can, you can farm Snurtle Shells efficiently from the get-go. Okay, I have no idea how, but cool. Yeah, so Beefalo have 1,000 HP. and they take full damage. So you can't really, if you're going to be using this method, which is Abigail is going to be boosting your damage, and you're not going to have a weather pane, then you can't really use the Beefalo because you're going to have to kite. And if you kite, then there's a good chance Fueweaver focuses on Abigail instead of you. And if Abigail dies, then the entire fight is done. So, yeah, I would highly not recommend using a Beefalo. Also, if you use a Beefalo and Fueweaver successfully mind controls you, your character jumps off of your Beefalo. Like, you dismount if he mind controls you. So, yeah, I'd highly recommend not using Beefalo for this fight unless, you're not using Abigail, using weather panes. And you gotta really make sure that your sanity is not low. You gotta really make sure you don't get mind controlled. Isn't the bone cage problematic with a Beefalo? Yep. Well, I mean, it's just as problematic with everything else. So on a Beefalo, luckily, Clay lets you use the Lazy Explorer, so you can teleport with your Beefalo. But yeah, specifically if you're using Abigail to kill the wolf in shadows and stuff, I wouldn't use Beefalo. I would use weather panes instead. Anyway, do a quick check. This will be the last fight. Hopefully I lose so you guys can see like what went wrong. 1, 2, and 3. Eat a jelly bean. Alright. Interesting. He immediately does his bone attack. So I have to improvise a little bit. So 2 strikes after the bone attack is when I apply the potion. I have no idea why he did that. Usually he hits you like once or twice before doing the bone attack. Be interesting to know why that happened. But yeah, same old, same old. I'm not sure. I think I should have probably included Epic Health Bar in this stream because like that will let you guys see exactly where he's at. It's just more informative from the viewer standpoint. And honestly, it doesn't really change the fight if you use Epic Health Bar because regardless of what his health is at, you're still going to do the same thing. So yeah, I'm keeping the Nightmare Amulet on just because I don't want him to heal. Damn. I guess you can't cancel the Nightmare Amulet really quickly. Like, you have to... Come on, Abigail. Come here. Yeah, so if you guys saw that... Alright, this fight is going a little bit differently than usual. Gotta improvise a little bit. He's probably gonna summon like really soon. And unfortunately I do have to apply this potion to her. Yeah, there's a summon. So yeah, this is not ideal because he's summoning in the middle of me fighting. He's probably gonna heal up a bunch. But honestly, you guys, it's okay if he heals a bunch. It's much better than him killing Abigail. Nope. It was a quick check. You know what? In order to get him on the right cycle, I'm just gonna walk around until he tries to summon again. There we go. Okay. Looking not that bad anymore. So, I got 4 Spectre Curals left. What else? This dude's health is probably around 5,000. Wow, that was a really fast one. I'm staying right here till that Abigail kill him. Kill those Woven Shadows. My Sandy's not doing great. And now I really gotta apply a potion to Abigail, or else she's gonna die. Eat a jelly bean. Why did you drop that? Got one more. Yeah, so this is probably going to be the worst fight out of all of them that you guys have seen today. But I still think we'll be able to pull it off in the end. He healed a bunch. I'm using a lot of resources. Sanity is low. Health is okay, but yeah. Abigail gotta kill all these guys. Ooh, that is extremely scary. She's at 50 freaking HP. Oh, Abigail died. Good. This is very good. Because it shows you guys how hard this fight is after Abigail dies. Alright. So he's going to heal up a lot. Is it possible to beat him when Abigail is dead? See how hard it is now? Let's see. Yeah, so since Abigail died, I probably won't be able to beat him now. Unless I get really lucky. Yeah. So he's healing up. Let me set her to aggressive. I can kind of use her like this. Yeah, so this is why you don't want Abigail to die, because holy crap. Look how hard this is now. I wonder what his HP is at though. It's probably really low. But look at all that the HP is healing. It's pretty nuts. There's nothing I can do. It's gonna have to be insane the whole time. Yeah, so he's gonna heal up way too much, and I'm gonna get, because I don't have the right resources, I pretty much can't beat him. He's gonna just heal up. So yeah, that's why you want to keep Abigail alive. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll back because it's basically impossible for me to beat him. Look at all that. You can use Laser Explorer on a Beefalo. Yeah. Isn't the bone cage problematic with the Beefalo? Is there a reason he doesn't stream at full HD? Love to watch his VODs, but it being 720, my computer. My computer is not good. And that's why, like right now, my screen is, like, it's not even taking up the full screen of my computer. I don't make it big because, yeah, it kind of just messes with the, like my ping and the lag and all that kind of stuff. What is the best killing Fuel Weaver method for Wes? I guess the usual one, right? Isn't it just weather panes? Lure plan, 100 series. I think that cheese is still viable. I think somebody recently did that, like really recently on a stream. There's better ways to cheese Fuel Weaver. Oh yeah, that's right. Whiskas got those way, or Porkus's way. Actually, it's probably not even Porcus's way. Porcus has just made the video. Probably somebody else came up with it. Balloon bomb. Alright, Whiska's got those, about to stream in 5 minutes, so let's do another one. Hopefully this one turns out good. Let's do a quick check. Okay. Give you that. 1, 2, and 3. Eat that. Let's end this on a good note. But yeah, the last one, because I was in the corner. Because I was in the corner, he did like 2 area of effect attacks in a row, and Abigail was low on health, so it was really unfortunate. Porcus's method was specifically with gates, so Lazy Explorer isn't needed. Cool. Set to aggressive. Not going the best. He's healing up a lot. Go, Abigail. Take him out. This dude is really not... He's not going for my bait. Like, I'm baiting him so much with that mind control thing. And then I got two of these guys who are perpetually attacking me forever. Ah, not a good one, guys. Set her to aggressive. Apply the potion. Oh, she's gonna die again. Get over here, Abigail. Okay, I think I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna wait. Come on, summon your dudes. Okay, now it's pretty good. So yeah, just hold F. I have no idea what his HP is at, because he healed a ton. I feel like I don't want to know what his HP is at. It's probably really high. Ugh. There's one more. 2 more, what? Okay. To be honest, this guy is really not cooperating. Whenever I'm trying to bait him, he's not trying to mind control me. But, oh well. We got 2 more Spectre Curals. We got a bunch more crowns. He's going after Abigail. Good, she can actually stun him that way. Okay, just gotta wait for him to summon right now. You gonna summon now? Yeah, summons. Apply the potion. Jeez, that lag. Holy crap. Come on. Got only 2 cactus flesh left. This is probably going to be the worst fight that I actually win. I think I'm going to win this one, but it's not going to be the smoothest.
and I don't have any cactus anymore, so I can't really bait out his insanity attacks. I should definitely apply this to Abigail G's. Why can't I teleport? Ugh. There we go. Last one was the closest one. But yeah, I knew I could beat it. Yeah, a lot went wrong in that one, but hey, still pulled it off at the end. Anyway, yeah, that's the stream, guys. Hopefully it was interesting and you guys learned a bunch of what to do and what not to do. Let's fight it as Wendy. So, if ideally, you'd probably want to come in with like 10 Spectre Heroes so you can just keep her like healed all the time. But if you're trying to rush things, you know, you don't have the time to get all those potions. So I think you can do it with 7. If you do the ideal fight, which is what I did, like my first one was the ideal fight, you can do it in like 5 or maybe even 4. But yeah. So yeah, everybody, I'm not sure who's watching, but Whiskas Gato is about to start his Wolfgang boss rush. So if you guys are not, if you guys aren't aware of that, go head over to Whiskas Gato's channel, because that's where I'm gonna go. Gonna go watch him beat everything as Wolfgang. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, and if you ever want to play Wendy, just check out this stream so you know how to fight Fever and you know what not to do when you fight him. Alright, take care everybody. Have a